Good morning, Salvage Nation squad. It's a brand new day. It's a brand new build on the channel. I took delivery of a crazy build yesterday. So let's get down to the garage. I want to show it to you in person. But first, check out these shots from delivery day. And by the time you watch these, I'll be at the garage and I'll be showing you the car in detail and we'll start the tearing down process all in this episode. So if you want to see that, stay tuned. So guys, there you have it. I know that I've teased this build for quite a few weeks, but this is a Ford Focus ST, but it's not a regular ST. This is the official STEEDA Performance Ford Focus ST, which they built and it's still on their website. They've done a ton of work on it and it's got a full list of mods that they've made on the website. So let's go have a look around all the damage. I'm gonna show you the car in its entirety. Then we're gonna get the car in the garage and I wanna go through the list that's online and see if the parts are still on the car, and then we can know definitely. I know for a fact, but this is just further confirmation that this is the official STEEDA Performance. If you don't know about them, go check out steedaperformance.co.uk, look on their website and you'll see this car. This is their famous build and they've had it for a while, but unfortunately it got into an accident and now it's here on Salvage Nation. So let's have a look around. So first, have a look at the engine. This is the engine cover from STEEDA. This is their billet engine cover and that is on the website and that is still there. Another thing that I saw on the website that I can quickly check is, so this is aftermarket. They never had this on the website, but on the website there's a short shifter that they installed, and if I look right down in there you can see the short shifter with the two different settings. I don't know if you can see that. There it is. That's the short shifter plate right there. You got one setting and you got another shorter setting right there, so that is still on the car as well. We'll be going around to see what else is there, but other than that, more importantly, the chassis on this side is okay, the chassis on that side is okay, and the chassis on these sides here is okay as well. Now this passenger side, it's got a little dent on the wing. I'm hoping that we can push that out. I'm hoping we can do something with this dent without having to respray it. If we do, then we'll just have to respray it. But have a look straight down on this passenger side. The door is all right, no problem. And the rear door is all right there, no problem as well. Someone's gone ahead and stolen this because there was no damage here. So this wing mirror is gone. On the interior of the car, as you can see, the airbag kit is gone, and I'm assuming that these are gone as well, so we're gonna need a full airbag kit. Other than that, the Recaro seats, these are some nice chunky ST Recaro seats. This is standard on the Fiesta and the Focus STs. They're in good condition. Everything else seems to be in great condition. Now before I move on, I've just noticed this little damage right here, and it's so annoying because there's no damage down further below, and it tells me that maybe someone has kind of put some sort of a strap around here, because you can see it's kind of messed up the rubber here as well. You can see it right there. It looks like someone's put a strap here and lifted this car, or they've done something has happened with this area, because it's got two matching dents at the other side, which is very, very annoying. It's got a tiny little dent here on the roof which we can repair, but it's not too bad around this side. It's not too bad. Coming around to the rear, you've got a crack on the bumper there. There's nothing else that... Coming around to the rear, you've got a crack on the bumper there, and you've got a dent here at the top, but everything else on the rear seems to be okay. And coming around to the driver's side, that's where all the damage is. So this rear quarter is completely gone. Someone's tied around this door. This is completely tied in, so I need to open that up when I get in. Someone's tied this door down. But this door is not aligning. But you know what? When you push it in, the line doesn't seem to be that far off. So I'm hoping that it's an easier repair, and I hope that it's kind of like not too badly damaged. But I'll get to see more once I remove the door. This door, once again, it looks really bad right here, but when you open it, on the inside, there's not a lot of damage to that A-pillar, and that's what I'm more concerned about, because we can just change the door. But it does open and it closes. Now have a look at that. That brings us around to the driver's side. As you can see, driver airbag is gone. The driver wing is gone. Now, once again, I feel like someone has done some work to the car. So this damage is telling me that this wheel must have gone up to there. But the car runs and drives and there's no damage to this suspension. So I'm like, how can it get up there, cause this damage, and still be completely straight? So I want to jack this car up and have a look under there to see what is going on there. Now the car's been running, the battery's flat, but you can see it's got a coolant leak. So I need to double check if it's a radiator or if it's just a hose that's leaking. The fan is kicked in, so it's time to get the car in the garage, and then we'll continue once it's loaded up. Alright guys, so now we got the car outside the garage. I can't take it in because we've got an E63S, and because this is a high performance car, valuable car, I think Akil accidentally took the key home with him. So as you can see, that is bang in the middle of the garage. I can't get any cars in or out, and I've got all of the space, but can't use it. And I'm here early, so I don't want to waste the time. So what I've done is I've moved a few cars outside, and I'm gonna go ahead and I wanna strip down these two doors because that's easy. I wanna take this wing off. I wanna see what the chassis is saying behind the wing, if there's any damage there. And I wanna jack it up, take the wheel off, and see what's going on with the suspension on that part. So that's the plan. Alright guys, so I've run into my first problem. Check out these TSW wheels. They look amazing. They're in decent enough condition, but we can refurb them. However, I'm assuming, because they are on the car, on the STEEDA website, so I'm assuming that STEEDA have used these special lock nuts. And unfortunately, I can't find the locking key. I've searched everywhere in the car, and I can't find the locking key, so we're gonna have to break them. And it's a real possibility that I'm gonna damage the wheel a little bit. But I'll deal with that later on. Now the car's jacked up a little bit, you can see a little bit more damage, but it's just superficial damage under here. It's got this massive intercooler right there, which was upgraded, so that's an uprated intercooler, which is great. I'm told that this car should be pushing between 250 and 300 brake horsepower, because it should have a stage 2 map, I believe. STEEDA, if you're watching, let us know in the comments, or get in touch, let us know exactly what you think this car is pushing. But since we can't remove the wheel, I don't want to waste time. It's early in the morning, it's a nice early start, so I'm going to leave this for now. If you look inside there, I can't see any damage to any of the suspension components, enough damage that would allow this wheel to hit here, but it clearly did. Something hit here and bashed this complete wing to smithereens, and yeah, it's weird. It's like, look, everything is spinning fine, no problems. So I really don't know. So I'm gonna leave that for now, like I said, and let's start getting broken wing and broken doors off. Guys, now that I've removed the doors, have a look at this, man. I'm a bit worried about this. This is really, this is the main body of the car, this rear quarter. I'm a little bit worried about it, and it's just solid, man. It's bloody hell, it's not even flexing. Excuse my French, but yeah, I'm a bit worried. It's complete, there's a lot of damage there, and I don't know if it's going to be too much or not, but we'll find out once we get new parts and we can put the new door on that's not bent, line it up and see just how far in it's gone. But yeah, I wasn't expecting it to be that badly damaged there. A pillar, I'm hoping this A pillar hasn't moved. If this has moved, it's going to throw everything out of alignment and it makes it a way bigger job. And this little bit here has got some minor damage, but I'm hoping that that's just cosmetic damage. But yeah, there's no damage around to this area here. I'm happy with what I'm seeing there. Coming around to the front of the car, as you've seen, the only damage up here is this bonnet. We need to get a new bonnet, but I'm going to leave this on the car for now because I need to get a new bonnet first, and I don't want the rain to kind of affect the engine components. These are the damaged part. One of the things that I want to do, I want to bring this back to the original state that STEEDA would have had it. So I want to try to get, if anyone knows where I can get this STEEDA sticker, STEEDA, if you're watching, because I know that you've commented on the build when I posted it on my Instagram, I want to get one of those stickers to replace the drive inside STEEDA logo on the side, just to honor the build. It was a really good build that STEEDA did, and I just want to honor that build from STEEDA. I'm going to remove this plastic kind of grill. This is for the bumper, I believe. This goes into the actual bumper, so when I get a new front bumper, it should have one of these, but I'll still keep this in the car just in case. Now the next thing I want to see is, why is it leaking? What is this radiator leak about? So I'm going to start to investigate that area right now. So guys, coming down here looking to see this leak, I've noticed some more damage here to this under brace, some sort of an under carrier. I don't know how important it is, but we will be looking into this a bit more. But have a look at that damage that I've found right there, and that comes all the way around and goes like that. But it's solid steel. Maybe it's something that we can straighten and weld it into place if it's not got too much structural load onto that part. If it's just like a radiator carrier, then it should be able to be repaired. But I've got a leak kind of like right here. Have a look. This area here. And it looks like it's just this side has kinked on that rad pack, which is a little bit worrying. We're gonna have to take off that rad pack to see. All right, let's get up. Oh. Okay, let's take this off, and we're gonna try to access that rad pack from above. Alright guys, I got good news and I got not so good news. So I went ahead and I removed the front slam panel partially, as you can see. And the way that the Ford front slam panel operates, it screws in here, screws in there. It's very, very easy to remove. I don't want to remove all of those wires, so I've left it. As you can see, the engine is running. I've topped it up with a whole bunch of water, and as you can see, it's topped up. But have a look at this radiator. You can see it's just not straight. It's all wonky. And that's probably because it just had a little bit of a twist, and I'm assuming that it's kind of let go at the seal. So inside where the plastic meets this alloy bit, there's a rubber seal inside, and that's meant to be clamped really close. Because if you have a look, you see the little drips right there. It's got a very slow leak, but over time all of that coolant is going to leak out. And when it comes to moving on this car and driving this car later on, you don't want to keep having to top up your coolant when you can just fix it one time. So as you saw, I made a phone call to my guys down at SVA Panels, and they're going to send me down this water rad. With the VAT, this water radiator came up to 120 quid. So this should be delivered in about, I don't know, they said they'll try to get it out later on this evening. So once that comes, I'll assemble that. But that has given me the answer to why there was no coolant in the car. So I'm happy because I don't want to run this engine without any coolant and potentially ruin the engine. So now that I know what that is, I've filled it up. I'm going to leave it running to charge the battery, and I'll just keep an eye on the coolant. It's quite high at the moment. It's at the minimum line. I'm happy with that, and I can see the leak is not too hard. It's just a little drippy drop right down there. Now, this is the other thing that I was saying. Have a look at this bar. This bar is meant to be all the way down at a 90-degree angle, and it's gone all the way back. And what has happened, what I've realized is, it's made the whole radiator assembly go back, and it's actually pinching this charge pipe. The revs was a bit slow, and that's because the charge pipe was being pinched. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just try to straighten this down, which is gonna bring everything back forward a little bit. And once I put this back into place, then I can go ahead and, as you can see, that's the only damage there. So I should be able to repair that. Maybe put a little spot weld just to secure it again, and then put the bolt in, and that should be all right. Once that's fixed, hopefully that pinch charge pipe should be free, and I should be getting full power to that turbo. So let's get that in place. So guys, once again, I've left the car running for quite a prolonged period of time. There's still water in the tank, but it looks like we're having a lot of component failures. That's the oil filter, and that screws into this block right there, which looks like a water-cooled oil cooling block. Now, have a look at this coolant is gone in there and it's squirting out from right there. You can see that. Have a look, the coolant has gone all the way down now. Once it's up to, this is operational temperature and pressures. So yeah, and then look at the state of that oil filter. The oil filter has sustained some damage. So we're gonna be changing out all of that. But yeah, we can't do anything else until we get some parts. So guys, that's it for the introduction and the teardown on the Salvage Nation's latest build, which is the official STEEDA Performance Ford Focus ST Estate. And this car, it's got some issues. We've gone through all the damages. You've seen it. I'm seeing it for the first time as well. I'm sure I'll find something else, but if you want to see how we get on, you got to tune in for episode 2. And to do that, it's best that you subscribe to the channel. Make sure your bells are on. If you like this episode, press the like button. I'm gonna leave it like this. I'm gonna go now collect some parts. I got a really good deal on a set of doors and a bonnet. I'm gonna go collect some parts, and in episode 2 we're gonna be putting on those doors because I want to make the car secure, seal it back off again, and then we can continue with the front end. So this is where we're gonna head off. So like I always say, keep it moving, and I'll see you in the next one. Guys, thank you for watching. Click here to see what YouTube thinks you should watch. Click here to watch one of my previous episodes. And like it said there, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. We out.